Good evening. This evening, Middle Township High School's Navy National Defense Cadet Corps will be presenting the colors. The national ensign is carried by Cadet Ensign Maggie Murray, Drill Team Commander. The Navy ensign is carried by Cadet Senior Chief Alexa Anaya, Command Senior Chief. The two riflemen are Cadet Lieutenant Charlotte Grayson, Company Commander on the left, and Cadet Ensign Paulina Rios, Company Operations Officer on the right. Please rise for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the national anthem. Guests should please remove your hats and place your right hand over your heart. Veterans of the armed forces may render a hand salute. The national anthem this evening will be played by the Middle Township Band.
Okay, everybody, welcome to Middle Township's Memorial Field, home of the Panthers, for tonight's West Jersey Football League contest between your home Middle Township Panthers and the visiting Cumberland Colts. I'll be doing it solo tonight. My cohort in crime, so to speak, is out of town. But I hope to have a couple of maybe guests pop in and say hi. I'm making phone calls as we speak. I think the sun, this is a 6:30 start tonight, so the sun shouldn't be too big of a factor. I see it already getting behind the trees back there. So if I look to my right, I may not exactly have everything accurate, but if I look to my left, I shouldn't have any problem. We got Middle Township coming in 3-0 for the first time since, they say, 1992. And Cumberland's coming in with a 1-2 record. But the bottom line is you got to play the game. So Cumberland's teeing up, getting ready to kick off to our home Panthers. They have a win against Wildwood. They had to come from behind to get that win. Then they had a tough loss against Bridgeton, and then Lower Cape May came from behind to beat Cumberland. So that's how they got their 1-2. Middle beat Bridgeton 15-14. They beat Shalleck 42-0, and they beat Glassboro last week 38-14, which got Middle their 3-0 record, going for 4-0 for the first time since 1992. Kickoff is one hopper. Middle picks it up, come up the middle, cuts to the outside. That looks like, I believe that's Carr Wing, and he gets run out of bounds. He's about the 48-yard line. So he got pushed out of bounds. the momentum took him out. No bad play there. Sometimes that happens. But speaking of Middle's 4-0 start, I remember it finally because yours truly was on the coaching staff back then. And it was a wonderful time. It's always nice to go to practice every day when you got a winning record, and even nicer when you're undefeated. So the morale's always good, and you look forward to the next game and the next opponent. Here go those Panthers. Brett Knapp is under center. We're under center with a wing back, split running backs. Reverse out belly action. It looks like you're going to go right to Big Dave Julian, who just carries him probably for 12, 13 yards. Speaking of Dave, he's got 20 carries for 118 yards and two Ds coming into this game. Tough kid on both sides of the ball, whether he's playing linebacker or he's playing fullback. So that was a nice run, nice execution by Middle's offense. A nice little belly lead there. And here we go. Here go the Panthers again. Looks like Adrian LeBoy's on one wing. Going to give it to Carr Wing on an inside handoff out of the gun. Carr Wing breaks to the outside. Looks like he just picked up another. I'm going to say he might have got a first down too.
Carr Wing on the carry up to the 32.
Nope, just short.
Second and about a yard.
Yep, he got 9. He ran so far out of bounds, I thought he got another 15 yards. But Panthers have 2 plays, and they've just gone probably 20 yards. So, okay, the Panthers break out of the huddle. Knapp goes back under center. Julian's at fullback. Now we got a timeout. Coach Rigitano said, I don't like it. Let me burn a timeout so we get this straight. So that's a good move by Coach. Just a couple other stats as we come in today. Brett Knapp having a fine year. 21 of 59 rushing the ball for 2 TDs. And 11 for 18, 323 yards for 5 TDs. No interceptions. He's been playing a pretty flawless quarterback for the Panthers. Tough kid. Isaiah Carr Wing. He has 14 rushes for 139 yards and a TD. Zarfati has 5 receptions for 180 yards and 2 TDs. And like I said, Julian has 20 rushes for 118 yards and 2 TDs. I'll get Remy Rodriguez in a minute. Middle goes back to the shotgun. Dave Julian goes to run 2 motion. And it looks like we got a offsides. Offsides on the Colts. Yep, the Colts are wearing all white uniforms from the helmets right on down to the socks. School colors are orange and brown and white. Middle is black and orange and white. Middle's wearing all black. Cumberland's wearing all white. Middle's going from right to left on your TV screen. Whoop, I think we may have gotten another offsides. They go to run 2 motion again, and they draw Cumberland offsides a second straight time. Yep, they have to be a little bit more disciplined than that, especially after they make one mistake like that. You can't let it happen 2 times in a row, but I guess they got a little excited there. 55 was looking to tackle somebody, I think. Okay, Middle's back out of the huddle again. They're going back under center. It seems like every other play they're going under center. We're going to go inside handoff to Isaiah Carr Wing. From left to right, he probably got himself 3 or 4 yards.
On the carry up to the 20.
Yeah, probably 3 or 4 yards. Nice little play. Couldn't tell if that was a trap or some type of counter, but it was a good play. If I don't see something, I'll ask football extraordinaire Tim Gear, and I'm sure he'll give me some information as I need it. Okay, they go Dave Julian. Run 2 motion. He does a quick out in the flat. Brett Knapp throws a perfect pass in rhythm. Dave Julian catches it, turns upfield, and breaks about 2 or 3 tackles, and ends up in the end zone at the end.
scoreboard.
Yeah,
portion of the
and the
clock.
middle's up 6-0. The middle's up 6-0. Looks like Jerome Licata. He's going to come out and attempt the extra point. I hear he had a little injury last week, so we weren't sure if he was going to kick. But it looks like he's going to at least extra points. I mean, that should just be a little. You don't have to give it a full boot. You just have to kind of give it a little. It's like pitching to the green right here. So hold, the place, the snap, and the kick look pretty darn good to me.
And the kick is up and good.
And the Panthers are up 7-0 on a nicely executed play. Got Dave Julian the ball in the flats where he could go one-on-one with people. And he went one-on-one with about 3 or 4 people, and he won every battle. The last one ending up in the end zone. So nice drive for middle. Nice run back on the kickoff. Couple big plays to start this series. Couple not so big plays, but big enough. Ending with the touchdown to Julian. So now Carl can add a TD reception to his totals. And Brett Knapp can add his 6th touchdown of the season. So Frank Rigitano, coach, sends out his kickoff team. Isaiah Carr Wing is counting all the players. And now Jerome Licata is going to do the same to make sure they come up with the same number. It's like having an audit, I think. So they came up with the same number. 5 guys go one way, 5 guys go the other. And Jerome Licata is going to kick it off. Let's see if they go all the way or they do the old squibby. It's a short pop-up type of kick. Cumberland decides they want to catch it. And basically fought it about to 26, and I think he made it all the way up to the 26, I think, for a gain of 0 on the run back. So for the first time, we're going to see Middle Township's defense.
Harper up to about the 26, 1st and 10 Cumberland.
They may be down a couple of players for various reasons, but it's still going to be Dave Julian anchoring that defense. Okay, Cumberland's got the play under center. And we got a handoff, looks like a sweep. And Dave says, nope, not on my watch. Took a while to get that young man down. I believe he goes by the name of Xavier McBride. But Dave got a good hold on him and threw him to the ground. Looked like he was going to lasso a cow there for a minute. I thought we were at Cowtown. But it was a great tackle, great pursuit by the Panthers. Colts break out of the huddle. They got a big offensive line. You know, they look stout. Yeah, the quarterback's number 3, I believe. That's Michael Willis. He's under center. He's going to give another handoff to Xavier McBride, and he gets
McBride for a couple of yards.
Maybe 2. Let's give him 2. We'll give him 1 on the first one and 2 on the second one. 3rd and 7 for the Colts. Coached by Jason Coombs. Assistant coaches are Dan Fogeray. I hope I said that right. Rob Williams, Kyle D'Addario, Bill Hocker. So they're trying to whip these young men into shape to go through the season and get better every day. That's what it's all about, get better every day. He's back under center. We're going to go to Willis again, I believe. He makes a beautiful cutback. I thought he had a lane for a first down, but I believe it was number 32. 32 looked like he closed down on a Harry. If that was indeed number 32, that was, well, it couldn't have been 32 because we don't have a 32. I think 9 made the tackle there. No, 9's back. 9's back on the punt return. I thought it was 32. Maybe it wasn't 32. So I'm going to investigate this and see if there's a 32 out there because that's what it looked like to me. All right, here's the punt by Cumberland. Uh-oh, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's going to get sacked. I think he wanted to do one of those rollout punts, but he had nowhere to go. And then he was going to sneak up the middle and try to punt it, and that collapsed in a hurry. And then he said, uh-oh, I'm in a little bit of trouble. And a host of Panthers brought him down to the ground. So looks like middle ball, 22. This is their second possession. They break out of the huddle. Center looks to be Nick Cruz. Still number 76. He's going to snap it to Nab, who's right behind the center. We got a little belly action to Dave Julian. It looks like he picked up half a sticks 5 yards ago. Every once in a while, I may take a 5-second break. I'm used to having my cohort, Steve, here, yelling and screaming and getting all excited, which gives me a little break from talking. So I think my break tonight might be a little radio silence for about 4 or 5 seconds. Okay, here we go. Julian gets the ball, and it looks like he's going to get tackled in the backfield for a loss of a couple. Probably 3.
Julian on a carry, loss of about 2, 3rd and 7.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe just 2. But we started on the 22. We're on the 25. So, yeah, it was probably a loss of 3. It's now 3rd and 8. So I imagine this is going to be 2-down territory. I mean, I'm sure Licata can make a field goal here. But I think Coach Rigitano feels pretty confident if he can get a chunk of it back now to go for it on 4th down. Now play action. There's a blitz, and he's going down.
Nab sacked in the backfield.
Yeah, I think maybe there might have been missed block there.
4th and 14
I think McNabb was trying to get outside the tackles and maybe try to throw a pass in the flat or a pass to the flag. But he never got a chance. He had to plan it and cut back, and by then there was a whole herd of Colts there tackling him. So, yeah, at the 26, they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 14. So I imagine they're going to have to pull out their 14-yard play. They're going to go to shotgun. And there's the snap. It's a quick hitter to Zarfati. Zarfati is going to throw it to a wide open out of Adrian LeBoy. And
who heads to the end zone and catches number 1, Adrian LeBoy, for the Middle Township touchdown.
I do believe Middle got the first down there. And then some. That was a perfectly executed play. You know, you can design plays all night long, but until you put them in and you work them and execute them, they're no good. And that one was designed and executed flawlessly. And some of us may know that Mike Zarfati is a quarterback. I'm not sure if he'll be the quarterback next year when Brett Knabb graduates, but I'm sure he'll be in the running. And after just seeing that pass there, you can see he throws a nice football. Licata.
Kick is up and good. That puts Middle on top, 14-0.
Licata gets the extra point. Middle's up 14-0. But you can see that was a beautifully thrown football by Mike Zarfati.
For your patience, we're trying to get the scoreboard scores.
But I want to also give props to Brett Knabb because he took that snap and instantaneously slung it out to the sidelines to Mike so Mike could get it, get his hands on it, see the receiver, and deliver the ball. So it was just all around a well-executed play. And that, once again, was Adrian LeBoy. And I believe that's probably, from what my notes tell me, his second touchdown of the year, second receiving touchdown of the year. So Middle's going to line it up. Jerome Licata counts everybody. Make sure we got 5 and 5 on either side. He's going to wait for the whistle. And I imagine he's going to do that little bloopy thing about 30 yards down the. Yep, there's the bloopy thing. It's going to end about the 20. That's the technical term, by the way. Nice run back this time by number 21. That's Jermaine Harper, a 5'10", 180-pound junior. Nice run back by that young man. But, yeah, that's the official term for that kickoff. It's the bloopy thing. Hey, you know, it limits the return if it's kicked high enough and you have good speed on the kickoff team and you can cover fast enough. It'll limit any big-time returns. The only negative is they're guaranteed of being at least at the 30, but that's not bad in college, in high school football. This is not college, by the way. It's high school. Yep. But it's the same way, college. But here we go. Xavier McBride under center. He tosses it to number 4. Quick toss to the outside, toss sweep. And number 4 is Rydell Palmer. Rydell Palmer. 5'7", 160-pound junior. So it looks like, by the way, the running back is Xavier McBride. They have him down as a 9th grader. I don't know if that's a typo or what, but he's clearly the feature back, and he's got decent size to him. So if that young man's going to be around for 4 years, that's going to be a nice thing right there for the Colts. Looks like a guard trap to the freshman, if that's correct, Xavier McBride. And it
on the carry.
Picks up about 9 yards for a first down.
To the 47, good for Cumberland first down.
Right now we're having a trouble with the scoreboard on the west side of the field. They're working feverishly to get it right, to get it going. I believe the time might be correct, though. But we do not have score or any of the other functions. Timeouts are probably right, too. Okay, there's the snap. It looks like a botched play. And quarterback Michael Willis had to tuck it, and he lost 2 yards. Discussion. I'm hearing John. Just. Okay, it's 2nd and 12 for the Colts. Let's see what they draw up here. Nice crowd here tonight. Beautiful night for a football game, and now that sun's over the horizon, it's a great night to watch a football game too. My pupils are no longer dilated as I look directly into the sun. Okay, he's under center. Oh, it's a new quarterback. Okay, that's number 2 now in the backfield. He's going to run it, change directions, gets to the outside for a big gain. Plenty of yards for a first down. That's number 2. That's Kion Barnes. Now he's a sophomore. He's clearly going to be the heir apparent to Michael Willis. And I've read his name online, so I know he's a key part of the offense. Definitely, I don't know what type of passer he is, but I know he runs the ball a lot, based on stats that have been posted on NewJersey.com. So here we go. That's a big play, probably the biggest play for the Colts tonight. They've gotten down to Middle's 32, maybe 33. A big shift. He drops back. Barnes drops back in the shotgun. There's the snap. Looks like he is going to throw it. Nope. That was a fake. He's in there to run the ball. That's very clear.
Barnes keeps it.
He just got their 2nd longest play of the day, but we have a flag on the play. Yeah, that's why he's in there. If he drops back, the last thing I think he's going to do is throw it. I think he's going to look like he's going to throw it. And based on that speed I just saw, he's running the ball. Now there's a discussion. Something tells me they may pick it up because it was such a nice gain. Nope, they're calling it. Illegal procedure. They did something wrong. It might have been on the shift. I don't really know.
Illegal procedure against Cumberland.
They could have had a tight end or some type of receiver covered up, which means if you're the furthest outside receiver, you have to be in the backfield 2 yards off the ball. So if you're a wide receiver and you're all the way on the line of scrimmage and the tight end is on the same side on the line of scrimmage, then that would be a procedure call. That's quite possibly what happened with all that shift in there. Yeah, the Colts have some beef on that front line, I'll tell you that. Okay, looks like Barnes is still in. He must be the spark off the bench. There's the snap. He does throw it, just a quick hitter to 21. And Isaiah Carr-Wing says, let me hold you up so my friend Dave Julian can put a licking on you. And that's what he did. So it was a nicely thrown ball, but 21, who was also a junior, Jermaine Harper, didn't stand a chance. Isaiah Carr-Wing, like I said, made good contact, held him up long enough till Dave Julian could introduce himself properly. Nice kid to do that. That's a loss of, I don't know what it's a loss of because they started back, so it's probably a loss of 5. Nah, probably a loss of 3. I'm thinking 3 because it was probably a 5-yard penalty, and now they have 18 to go. So here we go. Barnes is back under center. Looks like a fake handoff, and a throw into the flat got deflected. Number 4 deflected that for the Panthers. Aiden Howe. Young Aiden Howe. Yep, he's a freshman. Making a start tonight. Wide receiver, running back, D-back. 5'9", 145-pounder. If he didn't get his hand on that, I believe the ball would have been completed. And the young player for the Colts had a lot of room to run, so it could have been scary there. So that's a heck of a play by the freshman. Wow, it sure is a beautiful night here. Memorial Field, home of the Panthers. I don't forget that because I just read the scoreboard. Plus, I've been around 32 years. I think I got it. Okay, they're in the shotgun. I think he's probably going to do a quarterback draw here. That's my guess. He's looking, he's looking, he's looking. He's looking, and he says, run. Okay, I guessed wrong, but luckily an incomplete pass was thrown.
Pass intended for number 14, Yartavian not incomplete. It'll be 4th and long for the Colts.
So it's 4th and probably 18. I stand corrected. Number 2, Kyon Barnes, he's more than just a runner. He has thrown a couple passes, and, you know, it looks like he throws a nice football, so, and leads the offense. So, yeah, he's only a sophomore, so they got him next year, and they got McBride, they got Harper. Most of the names I've called so far are back. Bad snap. Ball was partially blocked and received by number 33, Brian Juzitis. Brian Juzitis, yep, another one of my former students. He might have been the one to make that tackle when I thought it was 32, but I'm not really sure. I'll have to watch it when I get home on YouTube to see who that number was. But I won't be able to get back to you because we'll be done talking by then. But it was a nice punt. I don't know who got a hand on it. It might have been Carl. I got Carl on the mind there. David Julian. Carl's his brother. It might have been David Julian, and then got it up in the air. He made contact with the punter, which was perfectly legal after the deflection. And Brian Juzitis got a hand on it and moved it out to the 49. Great play by the Panthers. McNabb under center. Quick look to the out to Mike Zarfati. Zarfati shakes and bakes, and he stays up. He puts his arm down to get an extra couple. Looks like about 15-yard pickup there. Could be 16.
Up to the 35 of Cumberland. It'll be 1st and 10, Middle Township.
Yeah, that's a nice play. I like that little quick hitter 1, 2, 3, get rid of it, catch it, turn and run. Try to run after the catch. Good play by McNabb. I always call him McNabb. I apologize. It's Nab. I'll do that 20 more times. Nice catch by Zarfati. Nice run by Zarfati. Nice call by Coach. Big gain. We're back in the shotgun. Nab's going to take it right out of the shotgun, go right up the gut. He gets to the outside, cuts back again. Finally gets brought down on the 10-yard line. Great run by Nab. And it was a great run because he had great blocking and he has great vision. His eyes are up. He's looking. He's reading his blocks. He's seeing his cuts. Yeah, it looks like the 11, so he must have bounced a couple of times when I said 10. So, nice run. Another nice play call. Panthers are on the march again, already up 7-0. My apologies, 14-0. Yeah, I thought it was 14. Here we go. Snap to Nab. Inside handoff to Carr wing. Just has to cut it up. And just short, I think. Looks like he got to about the 1. Nice read of his blocks. Good cutback. It might be the 2. Yeah, I think it's the 2. Could be the 3, too. Yeah. They can get the first down and not score. 2nd and 1. Clock is running. We may not see another play. Middle might just let it run out. They do, and they're going to head on to the second quarter. Up 14-0.
And as we wind down the first quarter and change sides, we have a score: Middle Township 14, Cumberland 0.
They're in a good situation on the 3-yard line. 2nd and 1.
Remind everybody that the snack stand is open over by the main entrance. We also have Chick-fil-A is here and Kona Ice.
Yeah, for the first time in a couple years, Chick-fil-A sandwiches are back at the football game. Can't beat it. Nice Chick-fil-A sandwich, a bottle of water, all for the low price of $6. I think Kona Ice is here too. They just made some announcements. Middle Township's field hockey team got on the win column today. They hosted Holy Spirit and took home a victory in a hard-fought 1-0 game. A much-needed victory for the Lady Panther field hockey players. So good for them. I didn't get any reports. I just know because my daughter came home and she went to the game and she said they won 1-0. So she's my reporter. So here we go. Middle's going to call a play. And they go up to the line. 12-minute second quarter. We'll start at the snap of the ball. Nab will be under center. We got fullback. We fake it to Julian. It's like a counter handoff or a double handoff there where we fake it to Julian and give it to Remy Rodriguez for a score. So that's Remy. Looked to be like a 3-yard run. And Middle's up 20-0 on one play here in the second quarter. Looks like Nab's going to hold for Licata. Colts are looking to rush. Kick gets off just in time. 21-0 Panthers. I'll tell you, that was a good snap and hold and kick because number 2, who's been playing quarterback the last drive. He almost blocked that. He's fast. He got around the edge, and he almost got to it, but Licata got it off just in time. Good execution by those Panthers. So one play into the second quarter, Middle Township fans and cheerleaders and football players and parents are smiling with a 21-0 lead for those Panthers. And it might be a little too early to tell, but they might be matching that 1992 4-0 record, unless the Colts can really put something together here. Yep, that was a long time ago, 30 years ago almost, 29. Matt Omer is in the house. Video man extraordinaire, does a lot for our Cape May County athletes, teams. But he doesn't know that Coach Ludman was on that staff the last time Middle was 4-0. Another one of those little blooper things. That's my official term, the blooper thing. Looks like Jermaine Harper has it.
Harper again on the return. Flag on the play.
Nice run back by Jermaine. Yeah, I remember that team finally. Damon Troy, Junie Shelton, Monty Howe, just a host of Panthers on that team. We had tremendous amount of skill or talent in the skill positions. Sterling Price, so many of them. It was a really, really good team. And never forget us beating St. Joe of Hamilton on what would be close to the last play of the game on a little power play to Junie Shelton. And all the hard work paid off in that very moment when Junie crossed that end zone and the Panthers beat the Wildcats in 1992, fall of 92. And that's when we knew we were the real deal that year. It's a great season. This looks like the Panthers having a great season that year too. So looks like Willis might be back in behind center. Nope, I was wrong. It's Barnes. Middle had him. He fakes the toss right, spins all the way around and makes an inside handoff. Panthers had him in the backfield and let go. And once they let go, Kyle Woodard said, "I'm taking off," and he got like maybe seven yards, it looks like. And it's a shame because it could have very easily been a loss of 2 there. He kept going, and the Panthers didn't wrap him. So looks like Barnes is going to be the quarterback going forward here unless something happens. A little dive play to the freshman, Xavier McBride. As I look through the roster, this Colts team has, they do have several seniors, but it looks like they are very heavy on freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So they should be improving throughout the year and come back stronger next year, I would think. Looks like a little wing T motion, and it looks like Barnes is going to keep it for the first down.
Barnes keeps it.
There's wing T action. I believe that was technically an option, but he didn't even look at the the motion guy, so I don't think he had any. He had no desire to pitch that ball there.
Cumberland first down.
Cumberland gets a first down. Now they're marching. Middle had a chance to get him in the backfield. That hurt Middle a little bit. And, of course, the late hit to start this drive hurt Middle a little bit. So they can't give these guys any light here. Motion by number 21, Harper. And Barnes is going to try to run around the end and Looks like Juzitis, number 33, and I'm looking to see who that is, 59. 59 is Danny Brown. So that was Danny Brown and Brian Juzitis on the tackle there. Good hustle by those young men. And they got him from behind, and they had a host of blockers in front of him. So I think we're just trying to overload it and give Barnes a chance to do something special, just improvise. I think there's a penalty on the play. All right, that good play may not have resulted in a good play. Now that I'm seeing a penalty, a big march off here. No.
Personal foul against Middle.
I would like to know what happened there.
First and 10, Cumberland.
I didn't even see it, but Middle had him in a pickle again. This is not a good defensive drive right now, or stop for the Panthers. Couple of miscues here, giving the Colts some life. Barnes is in the shotgun. He drops up, and he takes right off. He's going to get to the outside, and Brian, oh, no.
Barnes in the carry, flag.
Dave Julian takes him out of bounds, but there's another flag. I hope this is a hold. Yeah, let's root for a hold here, Tim. Yeah, okay. So the Colts are going to give a little bit of it back. Hold. I don't know who they were holding, but if I was going to hold anybody, it would be Dave Julian. But they clearly didn't hold him because he took Barnes out of bounds with a pretty nice hit. He came from nowhere and put a licking on him. So now it's going to be first down. First down and 17, I'm hearing. Can't really see. It looks like they got to get to the 12. Okay, here we go. Yeah. That time they called the motion a little quicker. So I don't know if somebody was set. Last time I think the end. Is that on Middle? Oh, wow. Okay. I stand corrected. Looks like Middle must have jumped when they did all that movement. So Middle just gave 5 back. They do the shift again. Okay. Trying to get Middle to jump again. They do not. Shotgun formation for Barnes. He drops back, and he's going to run it again. Up the middle. Gets to the outside, and Barnes is in the end zone for a touchdown.
Barnes on the carry in for the touchdown for Cumberland.
Yeah. That was a nice run. Nice run by Mr. Barnes. I think they have to put a spy on him. They have to put maybe 2 spies on him. Because I think every time he drops back to pass, if he drops back to pass 10 times, he's probably going to run it 7 times. So it's 21-6. And based on what I've researched on the internet, I don't think Cumberland kicks the ball. So this is going to be a 2-point conversion attempt. I correct? No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong again. Boy, I've been wrong like twice today. Barnes, the guy that scored the touchdown, is going to kick the ball. So it looks like they're working on it. And he,
That gives us a score of Middle Township 21, Cumberland 7.
Well, it made it over the crossbar, and that's all it has to do. Make it over the crossbar and go between the uprights, and that's exactly what it did. So it looks like they're trying to add a little wrinkle to their extra points because as I look through the stats, they've not even attempted an extra point kick. It's been all running and passing attempts. So that's something new for the Colts as they are now only down 21-7. Not a good defensive stance there for the Panthers. Started with the late hit, couple penalties. The Colts gave it back to them, and then we got another penalty. And then Barnes is just so fast. He runs one way, and then he runs the other. Then he runs up the middle, and then he breaks to the outside, and middle just couldn't contain him. So middle's got to shake it off. They just got to shake it off and then get their thoughts back together. And
back deep for middle, number 19, Remy Rodriguez.
And the Colts are going to kick off. We'll see where they kick it. I don't know if they're going to do that bloopy thing or if they're going to kick it deep or, hey, 21-7, they could kick an onside kick. So if I was 62, Jaden McGaha, and if I said that wrong, I apologize, or 54, Ryan Roscoe, or anybody else on that front line, I think I'd be very careful right here because this could be a little surprise onside kick. I don't know. Mr. Kyan Barnes is doing it all. And there it is, just like I thought. And middle covered it beautifully. That looks to be, can't get a number there, but I'm going to watch him run off the field. And as he runs off, it looks to be 59 again. Yeah, Daniel Brown. Daniel Brown recovered that. It had a little bit of spin on it. So nice job by Daniel. I had a feeling they were going to try something like that just to see if they can steal another possession. The middle needs to do here is they got set, just about 8 minutes, just short of 8 minutes. Just methodically mix their plays up, march down the field, maybe not score too quick, but try to finish the half with a score and take a big lead into the halftime. Run up the middle. That looked like Romeo Rodriguez. Little inside handoff out of the shotgun.
Rodriguez just short of the first down.
Looked to me like a power play with a double and a kick out. Little inside handoff. Nice run by Romeo, and Brett Knapp did a nice job making a fake pass like there was something more to the play. Now Knapp's under center. Another inside handoff to Romeo, and he wasn't down. He was never down, I don't think, but the whistles are going to blow. That time it didn't work. 55 got a hold of him, and he's a big man, and Romeo's still not the biggest of guys, and 55 kind of 5 foot 8-inch, 140-pound Remy against 5'10", 235-pound Malachi McCoy. So I don't think Remy's going to win that too often. So here goes the Panthers, 3rd and 3. Coach Rigitano. He's going to call timeout because he knows how important this 3rd down is and keeping the ball to halftime. Good timeout, I think, for the Panthers coach, longtime coach Frank Rigitano. Started in 1990. I coached with him for his first 4 years. Later on, he left the coaching, got into the administrative field, and later on in his career got back into coaching, has retired as an administrator, but is continuing coaching Middle's gridiron team. Didn't like what he saw, wanted to make sure they were all on the same page, called his 2nd timeout. So let's see what he rings up here. I think if they get close, like it's 4th and less than a yard, he'll probably go for it. But I think if not, he probably will punt it. Belly action to Big Dave Julian. He doesn't go down. They try to get him a couple times. He spins out of it, puts his hand down, stays on his feet, and finally gets drugged down. It was a pretty nice pickup there. I would say probably he might have gotten close to 8 or 9 yards, I think. Might have been a little more. Nice run by Julian. Nice call. Nice call to run the belly with a lead back. Now they put Julian on the wing. Nab is in shotgun, inside handoff going the other way to Remy Rodriguez. So basically the same play, but running the opposite direction. It's probably a power. The thing with these different plays that middle runs, they can run them out of multiple sets, whether it's the traditional wing T sets or if it's a spread set or a shotgun set. They can run those plays pretty much out of all those different sets, whether it's a power sweep, a belly, a guard trap, a counter, whatever you want to run, you can run out of multiple sets. Bad snap. Nab makes a nice stop, throws it, almost picked off. Okay, that play was a little broken from the beginning on the bad snap, but I think Brett needed to put a little bit more on that. Throw it a little bit further to the sidelines. Let your player go get it. Middle was lucky that didn't get intercepted. It did get deflected, but fell to the ground before the other Colt player can make the pick. Coach Riggs gives the call to Nab. He runs out, and he's going to tell the rest of the offense the little secret that Coach Rigitano just told him, which is the play they're going to run. Nab in shotgun, takes a snap, fake inside handoff, but he goes the other way with it on a quarterback draw. He gets pushed out of bounds. There's a flag, I do believe. He tentatively has a first down. Looks like he picked up about 10 yards on 3rd and 8. But let's see. It looks like it's on the Panthers. Yep, they got middle for a hold. So some of the middle fans are letting the refs have it there, but a hold's a hold. And I guess they marched it back from the yards that they gained, and they're basically at 3rd and 8 again. That doesn't look right to me. But maybe I don't know the rules, but that's almost like a do-over right now. That just doesn't. Middle really didn't get punished for that hold, other than they're losing the yards. So it's almost like offsetting penalties. You think they would have marched it off. I guess they marched off from the point of the foul. They're blowing the whistle. We got to delay a game now. So now they're going to go back 5 more yards. 5 more yards. So we got a hold. On 3rd and 8, we got a nice gain. A hold takes us back to 3rd and 8. So I guess it was from the point of the penalty. So middle basically gets to replay that. And then they take too much time. And now it's not 3rd and 8. It's 3rd and 13. Maybe even a long 13. So. And a quick slant. Almost picked off by number 11, Jermaine Harper. I'm sorry, that was Kyle Woodard. It was not Jermaine Harper. If he would have caught that, I don't like to think of what the results would have been. So at this point on the field, middle's on their Cumberland 34. It's 4th and 14. Coach is going to take his last time out with 4:41 to go. And they're going to try to draw something up that'll get them 14 yards. So a couple options here. I mean, he can go for it all and just throw it in the end zone and hope something good happens, or he can make every attempt to gain 14-plus yards just to get a new set of downs. It's definitely too far for Licata to kick. I think this is out of his range. Probably need another, I don't know. I don't know what his range is, but I'm going to guess maybe another 12, 15 yards before it's even something to consider. Okay, I took my break from talking. Now I'm back. Riggs drew something up there in the huddle. We got Dave at fullback now, or split backs. Nab drops back. We got a blitz. Throwing it to the backside and incomplete. They roll to the right, try to throw back to the left, and Cumberland looks like they read it. And Nab got rid of it just in time as he was getting hit. So, Cumberland's got 4:33 with a half of a second, 4:33 and a half a second, and you never know, that might come in handy. And they're at their own 34, and it gets a little hairy here if they can drive the field and make it a 21-14 game at halftime, but we'll see here. Okay. Colts set up under center. And it's still Barnes at quarterback. Little quick dive to the freshman. Couple broken tackles. Yeah, they gotta wrap up there. They can't let this guy out. You can tell he's got strong legs. So they're gonna have to gang tackle, and they're gonna have to tackle, wrap him up, drive him, keep those legs moving. So, 8-yard first down play. Cumberland breaks the huddle. 2nd and 2. 3:45 to go in the half. Barnes steps up under center. We got the big break. The shift back into the shotgun. Barnes gets it. 2 steps back, and he shakes one would-be tackler and runs it for a first down, just over the 50. Actually, right at the 50. So, yeah, they're going to have to shadow him. They're going to have to spy him, because if he doesn't he looks like he's taking maybe one look downfield. If it's not something he really, really, really likes, he's just tucking and running. And with that speed and that ability to elude people, there's not many one person on Middle's defense that's probably going to be able to make that tackle. So give it to the freshman outside. He cuts back, maybe loses a half a yard.
McBride for no gain, 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and just over 10.
Timeout called by Cumberland.
Cumberland calls their first timeout with 3:13 to go in the half. This is one of the breaks I'm taking. This is where Steve would fill the air with all kinds of analysis. Maybe a little screaming. He gets a little excitable, which gets me excitable. But the excitement tonight is Middle's up 21-7 with 3:13 to go in the half. Everything seems to be working flawlessly with the video and the audio, thanks to Bud Morey. putting this all together. And here we go. Under center's Barnes. He fakes it. Car wing. Keeps him inside. Oh, my goodness. He's so elusive. And he eludes everybody. And gets the first down. Picks up about 12.
Barnes up to the 39 for 38 for a Cumberland first down.
Isaiah Carr-Wing did a nice job. He kept him from getting to the outside and made him go up the middle, but he was just so elusive that no middle defender could really get a hand on him. So it's a little concerning right now that they drove the football the last drive, and they're driving it again now behind the legs, mostly of Kyon Barnes and the freshman helping out Xavier McBride. So we got to figure this out here, middle. Spreading everybody out. Barnes looks to throw. Little hook pattern in the middle. It was a decently thrown ball. Might have been a little bit behind him, but it should have been caught. Looks like Yartavian Knock, another sophomore. Looks like Barnes was thinking he was going to hook and just stop. It looks like he hooked and kind of drifted towards the middle. But it's still a catchable ball. And turns out to be incomplete. Barnes gets the call from coach. I don't know who's calling the plays over there for the Colts, but whoever it is just relayed it in. Barnes was running in, telling his offense what we're going to do here on 2nd and 10. There's that shift again. Spread out on slots on both sides with a single back. Barnes backs up. Floats it to the back out of the backfield, which is the freshman. He makes a nice catch in middle.
Pass complete to McBride.
Makes the tackle, but not before a first down. Looks like number 7 was in on that, Jerry White. And it might have been Dave Julian. I can't see that number from so far away. The sun went down. Now we have the lights in our eyes. But it was a nice tackle, but not soon enough. Nice play call by the Colts. Real nice play. They're gonna go split right, double slot on the left. And we got shotgun. Thought it was a little bit of a motion. And Barnes is in trouble. He eludes it. He's going all the way up the sideline, steps out about the, who knows, another first down. Might have been around the 10. They had him. Freshman Juzitis had him. At the last second, Barnes saw him just enough to give him a little fake out. And once he got around the outside, there was really nobody there until he got to the 10. So 1:29 to go. Out of bounds. The clock is not moving. Yeah, on that play, Brian really needed to break down and really try to contain Barnes. Instead, he came in full force and tried to put a licking on him, and Barnes saw him just in time to say, I'm going that way. No, I'm not. I'm going the other way. And it was all over at that point. Shotgun to Barnes, hands it off to the freshman, fakes it to the freshman. Barnes takes it up the middle and maybe gets one. Well, I don't know. More than one. Looks like 3. Might have gotten 3 on that. 2 or 3. Panthers need clock is running. Cumberland has 2 timeouts. Okay, they break out. They get a wing, a slot, and a receiver on one side, and a slot and a receiver wide out on the other. They snap it from shotgun to Barnes. He lobs it out of bounds as he rolls to the right outside the box. And they are going to throw. They are throwing the flag. I do believe in high school it's a different rule. Most other levels, if you're outside the tackles, you can just wing it out of bounds. But apparently in high school football, and I remember this call being made, might have been made last year, and I was surprised by it. So looks like an intentional grounding, so you're going to get a big penalty there, and it's a loss of down too. So now it's third down. They get charged with the play as well. Yeah. You don't get a redo on that after the yards gets marched back. You get the yards are marched back, and then you also lose your down. So that helps the Panthers big time. 48 seconds. We're in shotgun again. Barnes, he drops back. He gets protection from the freshman, and he's in a little bit of trouble. He once again gets out of it and throws to a wide open number 4. Wide open. Rydell Palmer.
Flag on the play.
But there's a flag. Holding. That's coming back. It's coming back. Holding.
Holding against Cumberland.
Yeah, they had Mr. Barnes there, and several guys had him, and all of a sudden they didn't have him. So Kyon Barnes got away, made a beautiful pass, kept his head up, saw the wide open receiver who was Mr. Rydell Palmer, and bad luck for Rydell. It's no touchdown. It's getting called back. So it's third and goal from the 26 now with 39 seconds to go. And hopefully Middle can hold here. I think one of the things I would definitely do is keep an eye on Mr. Barnes here. He turns broken plays into made plays. So I think I'd rush from the outside, and I think I would just try to contain. Just try to contain him here. Play action, he's looking, he throws. Good play. That's a clean play. Bing bang play simultaneously. Zarfati makes a perfectly timed break up there. Nice play. Now it's fourth and goal from the 26. 33 seconds to go. I don't know. I kind of thought they were going to throw a flag there, but I'm glad they didn't because it was a great play. It was a great play by Zarfati. Timed it perfectly. So he saved a big play. Shotgun formation. Barnes takes the snap, back up, and of course he's going to run it. And he's sacked. I guess it's technically a sack.
On the carry, down the backfield. Middle Township will take over on downs.
So great stop by Middle with the help of a couple of Cumberland Colt penalties.
32.
So we dodged the touchdown there. 24 seconds to go. I imagine Middle will just take a knee and go into the locker room and be happy that it's not 21-14. It is 21-7. Yep, and that's exactly what they do. They got to regroup, get out there. Cumberland's going to get the ball to start, I believe. And, yes, Middle started with the ball, so Cumberland will get it to start the second half. So I think one of the things I'd be talking about in the locker room is I'd be talking about, hey, we got to get a stop to start the half. You get a stop to start the half and put together a decent drive, then they'll have control of the game, and hopefully it'll lead to victory. But we're going to go ahead and take a break here. I'm going to take a sip of my water. Is that my water way over here? Yep. And I'll talk to you in about 12, 13 minutes. Okay, welcome back to Memorial Field, home of the Panthers. Got about 45 seconds before the second half kickoff. Middle Township holds a 21-7 lead. The last couple of drives by the Cumberland Colts were very successful. One leading to a touchdown, the other one almost leading to a touchdown. But actually they did get a touchdown, but it was called back by way of a hold. So Middle got lucky there, and they were able to stop the Colts right before the half and keep it at 21-7. Now Middle will be kicking off to start the second half. As a former coach, I would think Coach Rigitano went in there and said, look, we're up 21-7. We got to give Cumberland the ball, so we need to start off with a nice stop. We need to stop. They have had a little problems stopping them the last couple of possessions. So they need to go out and say, let's get a stop. Let's force them to punt, and let's sustain a drive and get back on the scoring column. And that should get them back in control of the game if that happens. They kicked deep this time. It wasn't one of those little bloopy things. And we have an issue there. That looks like Barnes returned it, number 2. And he just tried to make a move, and he rolled his ankle. Not good for the Cumberland Colts. That's their sophomore quarterback, who technically is heir apparent to Michael Willis, who's the senior quarterback. But it looks like Michael started and ran the offense for a series or two, and then Barnes came in, which changed the entire offense with his ability to avoid, escape, run, throw a few moves around, and he's been in ever since. He also kicked the extra point. He kicked off, and now he's receiving the kickoff. He was making a return, was in danger of getting tackled back around the 12 or 13. What looks like to me like he planted his right foot to try to make one of those elusive moves that he's made all game, and it looks like his right foot, his right ankle buckled, maybe even rolled a little bit, and he went down in a little bit of agony. He has a couple teammates that came out. They're going to help him off the field. With any luck, this is something that is something he can recover from in a timely fashion. Taken from somebody that has had several rolled ankles. They're painful. You limp for a while, but you do recover and you do come back with a good tape job. Hopefully that's all it is. They're getting him to the sideline as fast as they can so they can evaluate and diagnose him. So a tough break for the Colts. They're over there. Their teammates are concerned. They brought out Big 74 to help carry him off. He's Christian Williams, 350 pounds, 6'2", sophomore, and he's big. He just looks big on the sidelines. So they're young. They got some talented young guys. Now, I'm a little confused because what they did is they did not bring the senior Michael Willis back in. What they did is they took Jermaine Harper, who plays or has been playing in the wide receiver position, and it looks like he was taking the snap there. So I don't know what happened to Michael Willis, but he's not back in. Looks like Harper's going to play quarterback now that Barnes is out. Let's see if it changes the offense. Run 2 motion. Toss to number 4. Number 4 is driven to the ground by Dave Julian. Driven to the ground, and that's Rydell Palmer. And that play just didn't go anywhere. We had the wing T formation with motion. Motion guy got the toss. A couple lead backs, but to no avail. Dave Julian came from nowhere and put a hit on him and drove him to the ground. So now it's 3rd and 12, maybe 13 for the Cumberland Colts. Looks like Harper's going to stay at quarterback in the shotgun position. They snap it to him. He's just going to run it. Flags are down. And Middle tackles him for no gain, I believe. But there are flags.
Flag on the play.
Let's see what it is. Question is, do you want to move him back even further or just make him punt now? Okay. Here's the call. Dead ball. Legal procedure. Declined. So that was not a dead ball foul. Middle's just going to say take the play and punt the ball. So I think Harper's going to do what Barnes did, and he's going to go from quarterback to punter. Ball is blocked, picked up by Cumberland, and he's going to be tackled. Looks like a lineman picked it up.
Fumble on the snap recovered by Cumberland. However, Middle Township will take over on downs.
So we have a blocked punt picked up by a lineman for Cumberland, and he's quickly engulfed by a host of Panthers. And looks like Middle's got the ball. First and goal at the 7.
At about the 7-yard line.
So Middle did what they had to. They got a stop and then a block punt. And now this drive, it's going to be a little shorter than I thought it was going to be. Nab under center, takes a snap, belly action to Dave Julian, and he's not getting stopped. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Nab on the handoff to Dave Julian, in for the Middle Township touchdown.
Big hole. One guy trying to tackle him. I knew it wasn't going to happen. That's a touchdown for Dave. He's excited. He's waving to try to fire up the fans. Middle goes up 27-7. And looks like Licata is going to line it up for the conversion. So that's a belly play, belly action with lead blocker. Dave Julian up the middle, nice big hole. One of the things I noticed is not Dave, I'm sorry, his brother is Dave. Michael Zarfati, wears number 9. He comes in and snaps for the extra points. And that brings back a memory because when I was in high school playing for the Wildwood Warriors as a quarterback / wide receiver, I also came in and snapped for punts and extra points. So a lot of times you get a quarterback to do that because it's really like passing the ball between your legs. One year you could just say I'm number 11, I'm in the game to snap. Next year they would change the rule and you had to put a whole different jersey on and wear number 70. And but now it looks like with Dave wearing number 9, you just have to report as the snapper. So he snaps, the hold, the kick. If it's between the uprights, it's good. Plenty of leg, plenty of distance. Just I couldn't tell if it was perfectly straight, and the ref said, yes, it was. So, yeah, so snapping the ball is really like passing the ball between your legs. And many a times you see quarterbacks or former quarterbacks that end up snapping the ball for punts and field goals or extra points. So I just happened to see Dave at center, and it brought back memories. One year I didn't have to change jerseys. Next year I had to change jerseys. I didn't really change. I just put one over top of the other. Then I could take it right back off again. But okay.
And let's hear it for the Middle Township cleanup crew today.
28-7.
How about our student section? They got a good mention in the AC press. So how about we hear it for the Middle Township cleanup crew too? Always bringing the spirit to the game.
Licata's going to line it up, sends 5 to his right, 5 to his left. Last time he kicked it deep, and that resulted in the injury to Mr. Barnes, which was unfortunate because he has a large chunk of the Cumberland yards, and they kick it deep again. Deep meaning to the 20. 14 has it. He's hesitating a little bit, and the tackle's made at the 30. So it looks like about a 10-yard run back by number 14.
Number 14.
Yartavian Knock. Yartavian Knock, yes. He ran quite a bit of distance, but it only resulted in 10 yards because he ran from one side of the field all the way to the other side of the field, so he probably ran about 60 yards.
30, first and 10 Colts.
Okay, let's see what they're going to do. They staying with Harper, or are they going back to Willis? Looks like they're going to stay with Harper. They weren't set. Okay, Middle gets in the backfield, stops McBride quickly
Second and 13.
for a loss of 3. So Middle has a 2nd and 13. Actually, Cumberland does, but Middle's defending the 2nd and 13. Got Coach Riggs down there, assisted by Larry Imes, Nick Eidenberg, a former player, Ryan Freyer, Dwayne Hendricks, Fred Knabb, and Matt Wolf coming back to the staff. Quick little hitch pass over to number 11, who's quickly run down and tackled.
Pass complete to number 11, Kyle Woodard.
Kyle Woodard tackled by a, based on the hit, I would say it was probably Dave Julian, because he put a licking on him. Yeah, usually you can tell when Dave makes the tackle because there's a sudden and violent stop with a reaction going the other way. It'll leave a mark, that's for sure. Okay, looks like Harper's still at quarterback. Takes the snap. Quick pass over to number 4. Oh, that's close to a lateral. Probably not, but close.
Intended for Palmer, incomplete, 4th down.
Tried to throw a quick pass to Palmer so he can get into some open field and maybe make something happen. Actually, not a bad idea to try to get one of their playmakers into open field. But you got to catch the ball. You got to make the pass and you got to catch the ball for that to happen. So Cumberland's 4th and 12. I'm assuming they're going to punt, but 2 punts have been blocked. So they're going to have to block a little better and get that punt off a little quicker. Right now they got to make sure they're not going to have a delay of game, though. They just need to snap it and punt it. But now they're saying, no, we're going to go for it on 4th and 12 in our own territory. Handoff, fake handoff. Harper's going to run it. Gets to the outside. Tries to get to the outside, and he can't. He picked up a couple yards. Not even close. So it's a turnover on downs. So it's on the 29-yard line, yeah. So they basically lost 1 yard in that series. I understand the decision. They're having difficulties in punting the ball, and they probably think if they punt it, it's going to be further back, so why not go for it? But plus you're down 28-7. So, but it didn't work out. I don't know if that's the best play selection, but all right, Nab's under center. Got a whole host of running backs. Going to do belly action to Dave Julian. Looks like he picked up about 4.
Up to the 26. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, folks. All right, let's see what they do now. Nab back under center. Just another belly. Dave Julian's going to run away from it.
And off to Dave Julian, and Julian in for the Little Township touchdown.
Looks like a 25-yard run. There was nobody over there. Dave showed decent speed on that sprint. It was either a belly or what they call a down play, which pretty much isolates the fullback on the weak side with a quick down block and a kick out. Couldn't really tell from my angle, but that's a touchdown, 34-7. Panthers. They don't have the. I'm looking if they have the place. No, they didn't have an extra player. 17 had to come out. Okay, Nab's going to place it down. Licata low and hard. And it's good. It was enough to get through. It was enough to get through. 35-7.
Middle Township 35 to Cumberland 7.
Yep. So when it was 21-7 and almost 21-14, it got a little exciting. But with that one touchdown getting called back, and then tough start for Cumberland to start the second half, and Middle scoring a couple touchdowns, we're now at 35-7. So there's not a whole lot more excitement right now. This is where we miss Steve, because Steve would still be hooting and hollering and jumping up and down and getting all kinds of excited, which gets me going. And he'll be back next time. Next home game, Steve will be back. We'll try to get us hooting and hollering and having fun up here in the box. But all you got is Andy Lubman tonight, all by myself. Thought I was going to have a guest star tonight, a guest up here in the box, but I don't think he's coming. Licata sends 5 to his right, 5 to his left, and for the third time, they are booting deep. Fielded at about the 7 or 8. That's a nice kickoff for Licata. And he gets out to the 14, tries to plant and cut, and falls to the ground. That's 14. That's knock. I imagine the grass is getting a little slippery right now. The sun's been down for quite some time. The dew's probably coming out. You know, spikes aren't probably that long, so one little cutback and you slip and fall. So. Panthers D's out there, ready to go. And Cumberland's offense is going to have to try to come up with a 28-point play here. As far as I know, there are no 28-point plays. So the best thing they can do is try to sustain a drive and try to get a little closer on this drive. The snap is directly to Harper. He rolls, throws it up for grabs. And luckily it landed into some uninhabited real estate. That could have been disastrous for the Colts from Cumberland. You can see the whole momentum of this game has shifted with Barnes' injury to start the second half. He's an electric, exciting player that gives the Cumberland Colts something special. It's going to be neat to watch him the next couple of years, or at least read about him. I don't know if I'll watch him because next year will probably be a away game, but maybe I'll go. Snap to Harper. He looks right, looks left, runs to the right, being chased by a couple linemen, throws the ball. Hey, nice pass. Nicely thrown ball on the run to number 11. That's Woodard, Kyle Woodard. Not a bad pass for the third quarterback we've seen tonight for the Colts. I'm wondering if number 3, the senior, is hurt too, because I would have thought they would have brought him back in. But that was a nice pass. Nice pass. Way better than the last one that he threw up in the air to nobody. He's pretty far back. I hope the center knows he's so far back. Yep, it's a little low. He's going to roll a little bit to the left. He's going to throw. Ooh. Throws to number 30, was the intended receiver. That's the freshman, Xavier McBride. It went right through his hands. I think he heard footsteps. That's what it looked like to me. He probably thought he was going to take a shot there. The ball went through his hands and fell incomplete. Snap to Harper, rolling to his left. He's in a pickle. He gets by a few runners, defenders, and nice little pickup for him. Probably 14, 15 yards there. It's the biggest play for him at quarterback. Okay, 1st and 10, 5:50 to go in the third quarter. They're gaining a little bit of confidence now that Harper's been in there a little while at quarterback. Takes the snap, another slight roll to the left, back to the right, throws it up for grabs. It is picked off by Zarfati. Zarfati makes a nice move, fumbles it, but recovered by the Panthers. So he didn't get away with it that time. That time he threw it up for grabs. Zarfati saw it, stepped in front of a Colt receiver, made a nice return, but at the very end fumbled it, but recovered. Yep. Looks like number 25, Zamar Wakefield, was there just in time to make the recovery. So Middle's offense back on the field at 35-7. This will, I imagine, Coach Riggs will probably start subbing after this series, at least offensively, maybe not defensively. Nice little run by number 1, Adrian LeBoy. Nice run.
Adrian LeBoy on the carry.
All the way down to like the, looks to be about the 19-yard line.
Up to the Cumberland 20 and out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 middle.
Probably a 20-yard run there. Close to it. (35-7) here at Middle Township Memorial Field, home of the Panthers. Nice run by LeBoy there. Now we're in the shotgun. Run 2 motion by Julian. Quick out to Julian, the one he scored the touchdown on. He turns it upfield, and it's another touchdown for Dave Julian.
For number 46, Dave Julian, in for the Middle Township touchdown.
I'm not sure, but that may be 4 touchdowns for Dave. He's got the long sprint. He had the dive, 8-yard dive, and he's got the same play twice on that little flat pass, turning up the field. So that's 41-7 Middle. And Jerome Licata is teeing it up to try to make his 6th extra point tonight. Last one was low, but made it inside the upright. This one's high and looks to be straight through the uprights.
And with the extra point good, that is the score.
Sorry.
Middle Township 42, Cumberland 7.
Yep, now the clock will run. New Jersey State rules say that with a 35-point lead or more, the clock will run. I think it does stop during timeouts and change a quarter. But outside of that, maybe an injury. But outside of that, I do not think the clock stops at all. So, and we're right at 35 points. It's 42-7. So we're right at that 35-point mark. For the fourth time, Licata kicks it deep, and it's run back to about the 20.
Palmer on the return. First and 10, Colts in their own 20.
I think as the game goes on now, you're going to start to see some substitutions in certain spots. Give some younger guys a chance to get out there and get a little experience. Coach is really good at doing that. When the game gets a little out of hand, he won't try to score again, I don't think. I'm not saying he won't, but he's not going to go out of his way to score. I know that. He'll probably start subbing defense, starting probably any minute, any play. And then offense will probably sub probably in the fourth quarter. Yeah, nice pass. Nice pass, but Knock dropped it. Quaylon Doc. So right on target. He just couldn't hold on. I don't know if Harper by trade is a quarterback, but he's made some nice plays, but he also made some plays that lead you to believe he's not a quarterback. But he's also in an emergency situation, has not done all that bad of a job. But I just don't know what happened to the starting quarterback, number 3, Michael Willis. I don't know if he got hurt. You would think he would have brought him back in, or maybe they just want somebody a little bit more electrifying at quarterback to run around and make plays. I don't know. You take the snap. Oh, we got something there. Motion? Yeah. Legal motion. Legal motion on the Colts.
False start against the Colts.
Okay, 3:21 to go in the third. It's clicking. It's going to run. I do think you can use a timeout to stop the clock. And it should stop at the end of the quarter, but outside of that, I think it just runs. Even on incomplete passes, even on plays out of bounds, I think it just runs. Okay, shotgun formation again. Harper takes it. Looks one way, now runs that way that he's looking. Throws it up again for what looks like grabs. Almost picked off by Brian Juzitis. But number 4, my fault there, Tim. But number 4 comes in and actually becomes a defensive back and deflects it away from Juzitis. So that was a nice play by the receiver, turned defensive back on that play. Brian thought he had one and it was knocked away. And that's one of the reasons you don't wait for the ball to come to you. You go get it. You know, maybe if he went and met the ball, maybe Palmer wouldn't have been able to make that play. But Brian's made some nice plays today. He's only a freshman. I've talked a lot about Cumberland's young kids, but looks like Middle has some really fine young players too for the future. So Ooh, a little fake. Harper gets outside of the rusher, and he's just going to run, and middle players run him out of bounds. Gets a first down, though. Looks to be about I guess he's out past the 30.
Good for the Cumberland first down.
We're already down to 1:15 as the clock runs, even when they go out of bounds, with a 35-point lead. There's a really nice crowd tonight for middle, a nice student section. A lot of young football players wearing their jerseys that play with the midget leagues. A lot of parents out here, a lot of supporters. Good to see on this beautiful night of September football. Shotgun formation, quick hitch pass, but he throws a lollipop. Takes too long to get to the receiver, but he still makes a little something out of it. Yeah, they're trying to get people in the open field over there, and you got to throw that ball over there with some zip. Or as we used to say when I was younger, you got to put a little mustard on it, you know. That ball's got to go over there hot. That looked like he was fielding a fly ball in center field before he caught it and had a run. When that happens, a lot of times you get hit just as you're catching it. So he got lucky with that. This should be the last play as the clock is running of the third quarter. No matter what happens, this clock will run out the quarter, barring a timeout. Harper decides to run, then he gets back. He did not cross the line of scrimmage yet. And now he's going to let her go. Guy's open. That's Knock. He makes the catch as the quarter expires. They're lucky they got him. It looks like Remy Rodriguez was able to run him down. Nice throw and catch by Harper and Knock. Okay. Well, they don't even have to run a play, I guess, huh? They start the clock right away without even running a play. Quick out to the wideout. He runs hard into the end zone for what I think is not a touchdown. Looks like his knee got down. 22 is David Bennett. So that was a better pass by Harper there. They got it out to the sideline a little quicker. So now Bennett was able to do something with it, and he almost got in the end zone. I thought it was close, but it looks like his knee did go down right before the end zone. So the Colts are threatening. If they score here, it gets below 35 points, which means the clock stops. Now, I don't remember Harper taking one from under center here because this could cause a problem. Quarterback sneak, he's in. Looks to be a touchdown by Harper. So good job making the center quarterback exchange there, because since he's been in, I don't remember him being up under center. and taking that okay. Looks like 21 Harper is taking up on the same exact role as his buddy Barnes did. He's also going to kick the extra point. Not only going to play quarterback. Bad snap. Actually, not a bad snap. I don't think he caught it. The holder did not catch it. I think the holder's number 11. It looks to be Kyle Woodard. It looked like actually it wasn't a bad snap. Looked like it was right there. Just went right through his hands, and the Panthers were all over it. So the extra point is no good, and it's now 42-13. Middle Township. So what's that mean? That means we are under 35 points, and now it'll be a true 10 minutes and 44 seconds. The clock will stop again on incomplete passes, on balls out of bounds, just like a regular football game now. I'm almost positive that Cumberland's going to come out and try to do some type of a onside kick. Try to get possession of the ball again and maybe get another score. Let's see who's kicking this time. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a different kicker this time. Number 15. And as I look at his jersey number, that's Ryan Chris. He's a junior. Ryan Chris is kicking now. He must be an ex-soccer player. Let's see. And, yep, it's on onside kick. Ball's kicked away. And a Panther dove on it, but I don't know. Yes, middle got the ball. It hit somebody and bounced away, actually upfield. And I think the same player may have gone and jumped on it just in time. So middle dodged an unfortunate play there, and they keep possession. I'm telling you, they're bringing in 74, and I don't know if 74 has played yet for Cumberland, but that is a large human being right there. 6'2", number 74. 6'2", 350 pounds. That's Christian Williams playing nose tackle for the Colts. And I don't know if I'd want to be center right now. That's a big dude. Inside handoff. Looks like middle got 4 or 5 yards there.
Rodriguez on the carry.
Looks like a Panther is down.
5 yards, 2nd and 5.
That might be Licata down. Is that? I can't tell. I can't see a number. Looks like 11. Every Panther looks to be taking a knee. I guess that's something Coach Riggs has instituted. When a player goes down, we all take a knee. Not just the players out on the field, but the players on the sideline. It looks like Licata is up, and he's hobbling, so I'm assuming the injury is something leg oriented. Amy Adair, our athletic trainer, is walking him off the field. Going to sit him on the bench and further evaluate him, find out the length of his injury, the extent of his injury, and whether or not he should call it a night or get back in there. Okay. Looks like another handoff up the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown, and that's Romeo Rodriguez with the, looks to be about a 40-yard scamper into the end zone. Inside handoff up the middle. Actually, I looked up and the play was being run. I think it was that inside handoff. He went one way, cut back across the field, and then he just ran away from the field for a 40-yard scamper. I'm guessing it was 40. It was right around 40. So that puts the score from 42-13 to 48-13. So no matter what, it is back to a 35-point lead. So that running of the clock gets reinstituted. So that didn't last too long, where the clock wasn't running. So Nabs under center. They're going to go for two. It's 48-13 Panthers. Little belly action to number 7, Jerry White. And Jerry White has a relatively big hole to run through, unimpeded for the 2-point conversion. It's 50-13. Now the running clock will continue, but I don't think it starts again until the ball's put into play. So, which I was surprised to start the fourth quarter. You'd think that wouldn't have started till the first play, but as soon as they lined up and blew the whistle, they started the clock. So, and then of course Cumberland cut it to below 35 points for one series, and then the 40-yard run by Romeo Rodriguez got it back to 35, and the 2-point conversion got it to 37. And we got Isaiah Carr wing kicking off. Knock has it. He's going to run it back, and he cuts, and then he gets tackled. I don't know who that was. I think it was number 29. It's on the far side of the field.
Not going to return for Cumberland.
There's a 29 running off. I think he might have made the tackle. If it was 29, then that tackle was made. Troy Murray. That would have been Troy Murray that made the tackle if my eyesight doesn't fail me. Okay, looks like they went to a change at quarterback. Going to put a young kid in. Of course, they're all young to begin with. And that looks like the kicker. What a nice pass to number 11. Number 11, of course, being Kyle Woodard. And that kicker is Ryan Chris, who's at quarterback.
Number 15, Ryan Chris.
Nice little rollout and a throw on the run. He put it right on target for a first down for those Cumberland Colts. Grade is Ryan Chrisson. He's in 11th grade. So they're probably going more to a passer now as opposed to a runner. Maybe try to air it out a little bit. Try to get a quick touchdown here with 7:50 to go in the ball game with a running clock 50-13, Middle Township. Chris is back. He's got to try to escape the would-be rushers. He's going to put it down, and he gets out of bounds. And it doesn't matter. The clock doesn't stop. The clock will keep running. So it was a nice run by Ryan Christo. Just got 7 yards.
Out of bounds at the 50. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got a point. 1 point on the scoreboard. 1-0 guess.
All right.
Clock's waking up in the 4th.
Clock is running. I don't know what they're waiting for. It is going to probably be a delay game here. It's taking forever. Knox running the play in. Chris is waiting for it. Okay. Looks like Middle's got several subs on defense. And now,
Timeout, Cumberland.
now we're calling a timeout. Did Cumberland call that? Yeah, I guess Cumberland called it. As I look, I see Adrian LeBoy, Romeo Rodriguez, Brett Knabb, Isaiah Wing-Carr, Michael Zarfati on the sidelines right now, sitting on the bench. Looks like their night is over. Looks to be several substitutions in on defense. And I think Middle has a new water boy out there giving the guys water. That's number 46, Dave Julian. He's carrying the water jugs. Okay, let's see what the young kids can do here on defense. And we'll see what Ryan Chris can do for the Colts. He drops back, rolling to his right again. Guy's open, puts it right on line. Wow, that's a nice ball right there.
Chris's pass complete to number 11, Kyle Woodard.
So he's 2 for 2. Both balls hit their target. And he's got about an 8-yard run, 2 to boot.
38. Good for Colts, first down.
I don't know if this guy can sling the ball like that. Maybe Barnes should have been a running back. You put Barnes and Xavier McBride back there, you could really do some damage the way this young man's throwing the ball right here, this Ryan Chris. Clock is running. We're down to 5:20. Below 5:20 on the snap. Chris has it. 2-step back. Lets it go. Up the sideline. All right. That one was off target. Not a lot of oomph on that one.
Pass broken up, incomplete.
Sailed out of bounds.
Second down.
I think even if Middle intercepted that, they might have been out of bounds on that one. So, but the clock's still running, or even on the incomplete pass. Second down at 10. Pass out to the right there, a little quick hitch. For about a 7-yard gain for Harper. Harper's had a busy night, Jermaine.
Pass complete to Harper. Bring up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, clock's gonna be below 4 minutes now. What Cumberland wants to do here is try to keep running the ball, keep passing the ball, keep driving the ball in these last 3-4 minutes and just try to get a last score and take that into next week's practice and try to build upon that. Chris is going to take the snap. He fakes it. He's in a little bit of trouble, and he gets taken down. Not sure what that play was, but it looked to be broken from the get-go.
Chris beats it up to the 30. 4th and 2.
4th and 2. Of course, the Colts will go for it, I would think. Looks like Knox going to run in the play. Tell the rest of the Cumberland Colt offensive players. And they break the huddle. Wow. Chris is rolling out to the left. Gets around the side, out of bounds. I don't know if he thinks that stops the clock, but it's not.
Down, out of bounds at about the 21.
Okay, we've been working all night with a partially functioning clock here at Memorial Field. We have timeouts and we have time on the clock, but nothing else seems to be functioning correctly. I'm sure Dr. Sharon Rementer will look into that next week, Monday when she rolls in. She'll be calling the scoreboard people to come and find out what it looks like a problem with the board or something, or it could be a connection, who knows. So here we go. Chris has the ball. Ryan Chris is dropping back. Looks to throw long again. Throws it into a crowd of 6 or 7 guys. And I believe the Cumberland guy may have come down with it.
Chris's pass complete.
Looks like 11.
To Woodard.
Yeah, Kyle Woodard.
Up at about the 2. It'll be 1st and goal for the Colts at the 2.
Wow, he threw that into a crowd, and Woodard came down with it. What a nice catch that was. So here we go. We are at 1:15. Looks like they'll probably get 2 plays here if they do it a little quicker. They take forever to get these plays in. But there definitely won't be any more than 2 plays. Wow. They might. They might get a delay here. I'm watching to see if that one referee starts counting. He may just not even count. Okay, here's the snap. Looks like they got Harper back at quarterback, and he's just going to run it around the end and get themselves a score. Yep.
Harper in for quarterback, takes the snap and in for the Cumberland touchdown.
So Harper comes back in for Chris and just takes it, fakes to the right, and just runs to the left and gets the touchdown for them. Give them a little bit of momentum going into next year. I'm sorry, next week. Scoring that touchdown against Middle's defense. It's a good experience for these young kids getting in there, though, and competing against these starters for Cumberland. Get a little experience here. And that they tried to kick the extra point, and
no good.
the timing was way off there. And Chris kicked the ball right into a host of Panthers.
Right now,
So,
50, Cumberland 19.
so they get 6 more points. They get up to 19. The Cumberland Colts. The score is 50-19. Middle. Now we're below the 35-point thing, so Middle will have to run a play. The 35-point rule with a running clock. So Middle will have to run a play after they receive the kickoff. And I'm sure it's just going to be a knee. And I don't think Cumberland will use any of their remaining timeouts. There's no need. The only question right now is whether or not Chris will even kick it off, or if he'll just try another little squib kick.
Chris on to kick off.
Middle's got everybody up, and between the 50 and the 40, they got 10 of the 11. So they're expecting a little onside kick here. And it's just punched over the line of 10 guys, and Middle just falls on it, which is the right thing to do.
And Rodriguez downs it.
So barring anything goofy here, the final score is going to be Middle Township 50, the Cumberland Colts 19. So that's Middle Township's going to move on to 4-0 for the first time since 1992. And the Cumberland Colts will fall to 1-3. Middle's in victory formation. Just going to take a snap, take a knee, and hopefully the clock will run. And, yep, Cumberland's coming off the field, Middle's coming off the field, and that's going to do it. That is going to do it here at Middle Township's Memorial Field, home of the Panthers. So, sorry we weren't as exciting as we normally are. I'm without my cohort, who kind of excites everybody when he's around. He's got that personality. But we'll be back next game. So thanks to Bud Morey for handling all the electronics and allowing us to do this. And my name's Andy Ludman, and we'll see you the next time. And it'll be me and Steve next time. So we'll try to be a little bit more exciting for you. So once again, 50-19 Middle. Congratulations to the Panthers and their 4-0 start. Take care, folks.